It's Tuesday, April 8th. The market just closed as I'm recording this, and I wanted to start with this because it looks like right at the end of the trade day, NIO stock perhaps had some buying going on. 2.47 million in this 5-minute bar, followed by 4.21 million, followed by 2.77 million. And so it's just kind of something to keep an eye on maybe in the short term, super short term. Big picture overview, I'm still more concerned about the US markets overall and the possibility for a painful recession that we might all feel. By the way, this is what NIO has going on. Their most affordable sub-brand Firefly will be selling soon. How about our data? Well, let's talk about both NIO and Onvo for the year to date from January 1st through April 6th. And this is for NEV, that's new energy vehicle brands. So this is not just pure BEV, battery electric vehicles, which is all that NIO and Onvo and Firefly will be selling, at least at this point. But it also means that they're competing against folks who have the extended range EVs, essentially hybrids. So with that, NIO still in the top 20, also Onvo still in the top 20. This is NIO for the week of March 31st through April 6th, 1,800, roughly the number. Of course, you've got kind of the carryover, the beginning of the month, usually not the bigger numbers for NIO. So not surprised to see the numbers a little low there. And then also Onvo with an unimpressive, unexciting maybe start to the month with just 700. But again, this is one where usually it's the third full week of the month. So that would be late April, where I would expect to see the biggest numbers for Onvo. Also, this is the month that William Lee suggested we would start to see the turnaround for Onvo. So hopefully that will be the case. If so, we'll be tracking it here on the channel on the weekly side of data, and we should see that probably before the end of the month if it is in play. This is something I'm waiting for and watching for. Usually, as you see here, typically the annual report, this is the really lengthy one with lots of information within it, comes out in April of the last few years anyway. That's when they've been releasing that, sharing that. We don't have it yet, but I'm hoping to see it soon. We can dig in and get into some details that otherwise are not generally published or talked about for NIO. Also, I wanted to point this out. We've still got this ongoing negative. So of course, I expect this to impact sentiment for all Chinese stocks, whether we're talking Alibaba, which I still think is the easiest kind of leading indicator to watch and track, but also for NIO. But with only about 50,000 posts, at least as of the time that I pulled this up, I don't think there's enough interest in it yet. Also, TikTok is kind of one of those things I'm keeping an eye on as well to see what happens there. The latest news, there was an extension on that, but I think it's a telling sign that the Trump administration and Trump has expressed so much interest in possibly buying or investing or doing something with TikTok. So I do think that the noise is loud. I think it's going to continue, at least for the super short term, with all this tariff trade, kind of leveraging and posturing. I think at the earliest, hopefully we could get something resolved in the next week. But that's kind of, I'm just, again, some of the things that I'm watching and tracking. There's a whole lot more that I couldn't possibly share in such a short video. But anyway, let me get this thing up and out. Have a great day or night whenever you see this, and I'll see y'all again very soon.